I want to give an update of a week basis of embarking in opportunities and lines of trying to go for really dog walking projects, and this comes in lines of how much success have I gotten after tracking records of being able to find the my ability to what's the word I'm looking for, joining a hub website that was well recognized in lines of Trustpilot and generating an online profile to coming in the direction of being able to find work walking dogs. Now, I've made a very interesting summary, and some of it you gotta understand. I was going through a lot of stressing moments trying to figure out what's the best way to find me be able to walk a person's pet along the ways. So I like to say a lot of people have cats and dogs, and like advertisement for cats walking is way more popular than I expected. And I've extended from online interaction to maybe making an effort to see if a local opportunities may come. And well, ideas just will just come out and no fluidity things. But I can tell you with some impression, I haven't delved into this in a few, putting it at least like if I had to combine it, maybe less than a day. The ideas coming out throughout the time of trying to get uh, things going. So I've uploaded a decent amount of pictures, me walking dogs of different kinds, and having fun with animals, and it does invite some form of confidence in the lines of this. I think locally as well, starting out with just being able to play with dogs. Uh, uh, I have developed a kind of like sense of people kind of recognize me, uh, looking for looking for the pets in particular, and I do have a review. So like the confidence interval in that margin, I'm still going to improve. But this all comes in lines to corresponding how I'm doing things for bark.com. Now I've had a lot of like unfortunate things. The management told me, the staff management support told me that if it came down to registering credits, this was the best way to get work. And uh, unfortunately, when you appeal for a lead, you need to pay a certain amount to be able to get that, to be able to translate getting the contact number of the dog walkers who put the website. So you're saying after paying a certain amount, you would get protection in lines. You get protection in lines of being able to get a working transaction. So I can tell you for a fact, having put in, let's see, a record of, let's see, I've been put a record of expectation of like uh 76.80 pounds for a total amount of like 60 credits. And I can tell you the cost of like each walk for a good lead when you look at the post advert being about 7 credits, right? So in total, like I thought I could get an activity of at least around uh what was the word I was looking for? Eight, eight possible implication of like active leads, or nine. You could, I calculated about 5 walks, but normally you could probably get around maybe 10 walks depending on the leads. Now the free ones tend to be a bit vice versa, so there wasn't too much of an effort to follow up. Whereas the effort and nines of like 5 credits, 7 credits coming back to me were more probable. I've only got about 2 interviews, and I could tell you that some people put credits where it would excite me in lines of being able to like interact with their dogs, only to feel that these people didn't actually have dogs. So the scam rate in dogbark.com is higher than I thought. So I couldn't comment further about that the direction. But like one of the most great transparent things about these things is that on bark.com you can basically call someone to refund your credits if you have false leads, with some implication that maybe you need to show some evidence that there was. The closest I got to actually getting a related dog walking job was a confirmed German Shepherd, which goes by the name of Chewy, price ranging of set market price of my expectation, and like kind of learning along the ways of trying to sell yourself. At the same time, it's kind of a charismatic person that they are looking for, and practicality and location of certain things. I know that you can allocate a specific. They give you the address and you kind of look it up on Google just to see. But like, I haven't done the journey a few times. I can tell you, do plan your journey a bit ahead of time, because like I've made some mistakes of like thinking the estimated time online was fair, realizing that actually I needed to spend more time walking around it. That could have been a reason why the interview was that smooth, because they did the only lead that I had decided to go with it as a dog walker, which made me feel, which got me a bit, which got me a bit upset in lines of like, I was looking forward to like playing with that dog. And at the same time, you get to meet other people's families, so it's a great way of like anybody that's like looking for a summer job. I would normally think this is a good direction, but given the net loss profit that I've had into putting money into this, I say this is a sham. So unfortunately, when it came down to the dog setting and are getting organized for those jobs, and it's not like I don't think there's some success in it, because I see a lot of refuted dog companies around my area who regularly get customers and walking dogs. So like I'm not too sure what's the best approach about this, but at least on an online platform, I can tell you that most of the time I had to fall back trying to figure out where the direction would be in terms of being able to get a customer. So unfortunately, there was a lot of trolling. They said, "Oh, I didn't have a dog. I just put the advert for fun." Some adverts would come in lines of saying, "We're looking to walk dogs of several kinds," and I'm like, "This is awesome." I love the challenge, and they're so cute. So why not? But unfortunately, again, some of them went off, so like the trails were cold. Unfortunately, I've left message again. There was some I've left messages, and I was looking forward, and maybe it could be an approach on things. I was going for the fact that if I set a very charismatic format and appeal to the interview, it would be a good chance that they may be able to follow back. So in lines of like format, I went in italic format, so Italian, like, and I got very quiet. So being fed up about getting that information, I started making a WhatsApp group to categorize all these people that came that made me reach my leads and payments for to be able to find this related related dog walking job. So like I don't know what to say. Trustpilot seems to have judged this incorrectly. So for my feedback, I could tell you for like a transparent occasion for like week one, I'll consider this week one in trying bark.com for my hustle projects. This is a complete and utter disaster. Oh, shit. So dog walking isn't taken very seriously. In my opinion, it seems like people are having fun setting up imaginary dogs. And it might be because, in their thought process, they're still children. I will look into this in the next week to figure out where this goes. But like, I'd like anybody to like check out my profile to see what is it that you think I could add on to my my bark.com profile to see what is it that I could add in terms of like bringing more appeals to show that I am a great dog walker. I definitely feel like more pictures is necessary, and more implication of like discovering who I am is maybe a good incentive to say, you can trust me with your dog. But then these days, I mean, probably figuring out this is just right. Maybe it's something else. I'm getting desperate to the point of like saying, all right, maybe it needed more public exposure, or maybe I'm going to read a new book in lines of dog walking and appeal for the business. I think that's a good direction. Uh, Mark my words, there's no dog that I won't know by in my local neighborhood at any time soon, or at the end of this. So this should be very easy, interesting to see how this hustle project goes in the next few weeks before I get a direct answer and figure out what's set in motion for career development. But let's say to make money, uh, be wary of dogs. Thank you very much. Express was kind of exploring what are the market rates that you can check out. Since Bark.com isn't the only platform to advertise for dog walking businesses, haven't seen another one. So another step for this week in project aligns with that would be registering on other ones. Now, Trustpilot also recommends this one, but after that first interaction with Trustpilot, you need to be careful. So next is Rover.com. I was probably going to check out, seeing to give rates of it. And I feel like, given the market, it's just like, how do you stand out in terms of like setting a right price market expectation? And this would kind of lines of like, what is it that, what kind of typical advert? Because like for me, at this point, what am I prioritizing? I'm prioritizing being able to get more job rather than quality owners to interact with, right? So I would set the price lower for the implication of uh, being able to get business in for me. And then where it kind of takes in lines of like trying to get more money at a time, it kind of has to replace the implication if I'm currently doing part-time work to overcome that. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. The demand for dog walkers isn't that high, actually. So, like going into an established company around the local area and asking about see if they want to look at my profile, see if they want to hire me in that regards. It's in lines of like another step for where I would get my appeal getting a ongoing dog walking job. uh, not talking about like approaching existing local company businesses because this is their business and what's so right. And then the next step as well would also come and like work on a sale pitch. Price is an interesting one, so I kind of thought I want if I have to travel, I'd want me to be able to transition from one job to another to be have some benefit. I already put money in that cost was that hoping of better revenue. So like I was hoping to at least do a little bit more than minimum wage on expectations of bringing in cash in relation to having this as a alternative part-time job for income for my current circumstances. Okay, so it feels like I need to work on a certain sales pitch, probably dress a little bit better and see from there. And that's how this hustle project is going, with incentives of pushing it better as this as I likely am going to see if I could put some more time in that direction. And there's likely going to be more ways of displaying what kind of dog walker and who I am to these people so they understand, there's a lot of benefits of being able to hire me as your best local dog walker. I assure you, there's tons of tricks that I'm ready to use to figure out how to bring this in. And that kind of like takes a step on this chapter in relation to that. You are now also approaching other aspects of like relevant readings in the other projects in consideration. So this was one hustle project. The next hustle project was the aspects of trying strategies and lines of selling secondhand clothes. I have not put that much effort enough to do that, having hold some interest in some regards of this direction, but not being practical about it yet. One thing that I thought in terms of like would this offer business, I think the market expectation is like for the expectation of what you're trying to do in terms of profit. Um, Auction houses aren't a practical, accessible market for you to pull I don't know. I always use the word scalping from it, but like not necessarily that was a terminology coming across to making profits in that direction. But getting rid of stuff that you do not use or lay around is a big aspect of being able to pull profit in my current direction of certain things. So there's still a lot of stuff that I can do that in that way is to be able to hustle funds from my own belongings. So just having things that I know are lying around, I know I'm not going to use, might as well put it up there to make some money. So this is a direction where I put some more effort in this week, and also in the lines of my hustle project for this direction to this. I had a potential idea. I'm not sure how I'm going to cater and express this thought of this ongoing thought project because, like, the practicality of it has hold some reservation in terms of like, can I do this? Will I be able to do this, or will I not be able to do this? Because uh, the real implication of business and making a thriving company, the fact is you need privacy. You need privacy and you need protection. And this is why going into these kind of fields by yourself is just not a great idea. I'm kind of holding on to this, taking this correspondence of like where I'm putting my periods of like trekking logs and expressing inlines of this hustle project. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, thank you for putting the effort to watch the effort I placed on making something of an entertaining video. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, it's not forced, but like I really would appreciate any contribution and support you give to this channel, as it gives me more motivation and more incentive to enjoy more video creating and content creation. Uh, if you find that the content drifts away at any point, you can always unsubscribe. It's no big deal. Again, it doesn't mean much. It doesn't take much from you, but it means a whole bunch of me. And it would feel great if you would just reward my efforts of trying to be positive and contributionary. Thank you so much. Bye.